On this week's edition of Growing Idaho, starter homes. Some of you can probably still remember your first home that you bought, maybe a little small, maybe in need of fixing up, but buying those were just a huge step in building your lives. Lots of younger folks are watching me right now and saying, what in the world is a starter home? Do those even exist? The answer is not so much anymore, which is, of course, a huge problem. Buying your first home, your starter home, is a big deal for your future, financially and otherwise.
You buy that first house, that's what leverages you into the next one and into the next one. So finding that point of entry for those first-time home buyers is pivotal.
But recently, the dream of home ownership for first-time buyers in the Valley has stayed a dream instead of turning into a reality. Tracy Casper, a longtime local realtor and the National Association of Realtors president-elect, knows this all too well.
The affordability piece is the big piece that we are not filling. For a first-time home buyer at 5.5% or even 6% interest, they need to be in that high hundreds, low 200s, mid 200s, and we just don't have that.
Let's look at November of 2017 in Ada County. According to the Intermountain MLS, 346 homes were sold for less than $250,000. 5 years later, in November of last year, the number of homes sold for less than $250,000 totaled 1. That's right, there was only one home that sold for less than $250,000 in Ada County that month. As Casper said, starter homes are essentially non-existent right now. But she says there is hope, and cities and counties can help by making it easier to get starter homes built.
So that's a piece that I think every municipality can say, what do our codes look like? What does the red tape look like? What does the length of time look like? Because that's the one piece government can control. It shouldn't take 2 years to get a project out of the ground.
And cities and counties are trying to do exactly that. For instance, Boise is in the middle of rewriting their code to help expedite affordable housing projects. Casper says it will also take more collaboration with developers who want to build affordable housing.
There are investors that are looking at our area and saying there's a gap. They know it. Let them come in and let's work with them and see what we can do to fill that.
Another factor here is the credit of the buyer to be able to afford a potential starter home. Casper talked about credit reporting services actually allowing folks to use rent payments, utility payments, and phone payments to build or improve their credit. So better credit or building any sort of credit is going to help folks get into that first home. Now, today we talked about affordable houses. How affordable are apartments in the Valley? Well, they're not really, but we'll talk about that next week.